What's going on, world? Logan Farrar here, licensed therapist, and you guys are now tuned into the weight room. Today, I wanted to introduce the topic of anger management. I have to. Anger is normal. It's a normal emotion, and everybody experiences it, but people handle it a different way. And it is honestly all about perception. So if we get our perception under control, if we get our framing under control, that's when we will be able to handle our anger in a more productive way. But first, I just want to talk about some of the things that can help you stop anger. Okay? When you're angry, when somebody triggers you, when somebody just makes you mad because they're not listening, or I hate when people raise their voice at me. It just makes it makes me feel some type of way. It makes me feel disrespected. So what happens is I get triggered. When people get triggered, they feel cues in their body that tells them, somebody about to really make me crash out because I feel it in my body. There are so many triggers and there are so many cues that you can feel in your body that will help you know that you're about to crash out. For instance, my muscles get stiff before I snap on somebody, or I get fidgety, my breathing change, my voice does get louder, and I begin to shake a little bit. That's some of my symptoms. Other people, they face get red. They tap their leg. They get quiet before they crash out. A lot of people like to joke. I know some homies like that back in the day, and still some kids. A lot of that's in kids. Like they begin to joke, ha, he, ha, ha, and then all of a sudden, boom. It's an altercation, verbally or physically. You know what I mean? So you can tell when you're about to get mad and overreact by just paying attention to your body. And that's what mindfulness and self-awareness is all about. Just most definitely be in tune. Now, when these triggers take place, when your cues are, when you notice your cues in your body, this is when you gotta detach. All right, you about to make me turn up on you, so I'm about to redirect my attention elsewhere, and then we can, chop it up again, come at the conversation again in a better way. You know what I mean? But that moment of detachment is key. I know a lot of people like to take at least 10 seconds. A lot of people count backwards to 10 or count up to 10. To redirect their attention from what irritates them, and then they come back and try it again. But if you're really bad at anger, if you got rage, it might take more than 10 seconds. You might just need a moment. I always say, don't ruin your whole day because you got stuff to do. You got people to pour into, including yourself. So why let anger hijack your whole day? You know what I mean? But if you do not detach yourself from that situation, and I know a lot of you guys who are going to watch this video can attest to this, if you do not detach yourself to the situation, those cues will get louder, your triggers will get louder, and then all of a sudden the brain gets hijacked, which means you don't care what happens. You don't care if you call somebody out their name, if you get disrespectful. A lot of people make one bad decision that affects their whole life, or a relationship with that person, or professional well-being, or personal well-being. So it's like, do you really, really want to make that one decision that's going to create change in your whole entire life? So try not to even let your anger get to that state of being. Try not to let your anger get hijacked. You know what I mean? Because one false move can just redirect your whole trajectory of being the best version of yourself. But you do gotta learn. You gotta learn. Kind of side note, I stopped using the word healing. and started using the word course correct just about a week ago, because I feel like we have to make mistakes to grow. You know, we have to get angry at somebody and crash out for us to learn that, man, that's not okay. Imagine if we never got angry and never seen the result. We ain't gonna ever notice that it's wrong to do. So we have to course correct. We're not broken because we knocked somebody out because they said something about our kid or how we do things or our partner or anything. We're not broken. You know, we had to learn from it. We had to go through it to learn, but now we got to course correct. So try not to let your brain get hijacked and watch what you frame. Watch, words are very powerful. I said that in another one of my another podcast of mine. Words are very powerful, and words really, really cut deep. So just try to detach when those sharp words hit you. Try to detach from the situation. If it takes 10 seconds, cool. If it takes longer, it takes longer. But just try to redirect your attention elsewhere to improve how you feel, think, and act. And then just try to go at it again. But try to keep your calm for real. And men and women, it's much more different, man. I feel like that's something that separates us. It's just how we keep it playing. You know what I mean? How we stay cool, calm, and collected in certain situations. You know, how we respond. And I know women, they have higher emotions, but it is what it is. So just remember, watch how you frame things. When things irritate you, detach from the situation, reframe things, think about what took place, think about what you could do better, pre-frame it. You know, come at the person or thing that's going to irritate you, pre-frame it by coming up with something to say to that person to make the conversation cool, calm, and collected, so I don't even have to get to that point again. But anger, it can really change your world. It can really change what you got going on. And if you got something good going on and anger steps in, because anger is, again, it's a normal emotion, you gotta learn how to control it. So listen to your cues, understand what triggers you, and just continue to be the best version of yourself. Life is about course correcting. You don't heal, you're not broken. Just improve what you know, improve your bad habits, and move forward. A little sick today. It's all good. Appreciate y'all. Tuesdays and Thursdays, tune in to the weight room. Mental health and awareness. Keep being great.